Welcome back, learners. In this section, we are entering into the last unit of Strategic Management subject, MBA Semester 3. So far in the previous 4 units, we have seen what is strategy, its formulation, implementation, and also strategies at various levels. We have seen various methods and techniques of external and internal environment analysis, and also some of the matrices to define our strategies. This last unit focuses on understanding the evaluation and control methods for all these strategies. So friends, won't we need to evaluate our strategies? Yes, indeed. So what can be done? How can we come to know if the strategy is successful or not? If it is effective or not? So let us today understand in short what are the factors that are responsible for evaluation and control of these strategies. So there are internal and external forces which influence 3 things. Those are strategy, execution, measuring the company's performance, and also determining the appropriate measures which can be taken as a corrective measures if something has gone wrong or needs replanning. So what are these internal and external forces that influence the strategy execution and measurement? These internal and external sources are nothing but the company's abilities. For internal source, it is the ability to follow the strategic plan because it's about performing the strategies. The external source or external factor is measuring the company's ability to compete with the competitors. So one is talking about internal ability, one is talking about external ability. So what is the internal ability? How it was developed? We have seen, we had talked about core competences and competitive advantage to be built so that company becomes capable enough to outperform in the cutthroat competition. So the factors that are responsible to make it work like that are its internal capacities to understand if it is performing well, its internal capacities to build that organizational culture and all the competence that is making it compete. It may be the technological support, it may be the human resources management, it may be the resource allocation and resource management. So here in the internal forces, we will try to evaluate that whatever internal forces we have applied, are they giving us the value for all the resources those have been invested? So value for resources have been achieved or not, that has to be derived, which will make us understand if the internal sources have influenced and in what way they have influenced our strategy implementation. Friends, here you have to you have to understand that we need to evaluate because we have done something, and that we have done is the execution of our strategic plans. Let us go one step up, that these strategic plans were designed because we had our mission to achieve certain company's goal, or we can say vision statement. Fine. So to reach there, we had performed something. So internal capacities basically evaluate to the level where we need to fulfill our goals and objectives. Guidance available to meet these goals have to be there if it was effective enough and it has led us to achieve these results or not, that also has to be evaluated. And the bigger question that is answered here is, can we expand these internal capabilities if they are falling short? and can we expand these internal capabilities if they have the strength to again perform well in the future, whether they can expand or not. So these are the internal forces. Let us see what are the external forces. When internal forces talks about internal resources, internal employees and all the internal structure, external sources talk about your suppliers, the connections with the stakeholders and knowledge about the competitors and their future strategies, the competitors' strengths and weaknesses. All this knowledge is allowing us to build our external force strong and compete on that basis. So if the customers are satisfied or not, that itself will tell us that if we have met our goals or not. If your sales volume is not increasing even after your strategic plan implementation, it indicates that the targets are not achieved because of certain reasons. Those reasons have to be found out by the organization and worked on. So the later stage comes is taking corrective actions to reach those goals in the future. So what is the competitor's strength and weaknesses? If one knows, then he can take adjusted steps. Here the adjusted steps is an important word because the company will have to do certain modifications or changes in its execution plans in order to reach there. So here the overall function tells or gives us the answer to the question that can we compete and create a difference? Can we compete and create a difference, or can we differentiate? It is the differentiation that is going to help us in the competition because nearly all the competitors serve similar products. It is their differentiation that gives them the core competence and advantage. So apart from these internal and external sources, the evaluation strategy says that we also have to measure our evaluation, measure our strategic plans. And how we are going to measure them? We will have to determine if the mission and vision for what we have all implemented these plans are achieved or not. Now how this can be measured? So we have to apply some measurement strategy, measurement techniques. Those measurement techniques are supposed to be framed only in the beginning so that there will be a continuous mapping of these achievements. We'll discuss in detail later. And now here adjust your strategic operations on the basis of historical data. So the corrective measure says that if you have found something not enough here, what can be the corrective steps that can be taken? Now these steps can be taken only on the basis of the past performances or the trends that have been observed about the company. Those will indicate where we were supposed to perform more. So these are the 4 areas through which we can evaluate the strategies. So friends, if the strategies are not evaluated, the company will not come to know if it has framed the right policies or not. So in order to keep the track of your business, you have to do a continuous evaluation. So it should not be the case that at the end of the year or at the end of the financial year we are counting our profits or not. So when we are evaluating these, the control measures help us to make this evaluation effective, to gain the expected results, and that is why the second part of this lecture is about the control techniques. I hope the evaluation strategies are clear with you. So basically we are evaluating because it helps us to assess whether the decisions match the expected output. And evaluation takes place through 4 stages, that is control, feedback, reward and review. So these evaluations of internal and external forces, measures and also the corrective steps can be taken through control, feedback and reward and review. So these 4 things are happening on a continuous basis. Fine. So how can we control the strategic plans? So it is about having such stepwise, frequent, periodic reviews, and also it can be through meetings, it can be through measurement, it can be through dashboarding, it can be through your tabular forms where you are recording on daily, weekly, monthly basis your targets which were set and your actual results. So if the targets are meeting the actual results and those can be tapped periodically, we'll come to know whether we are lagging behind or whether we are up to the mark. There are some alert situations where a company can identify that we are way beyond the set targets. Then and there only the corrective steps can be taken. Those can be if it is about increasing the sales and sales for particular quarter has not been achieved up to the mark, then for that quarter only immediate actions can be taken, like discussing in the meeting what were the challenges, why those goals were not met. But friends, do you think if we have set the targets for the whole quarter, we are supposed to measure them at the end of the quarter? No. It can be divided into weekly or every 15 days meetings where reviews can be taken to know whether the process is going effective or not. So the feedback from the customers can tell you the satisfaction level. Feedbacks from the suppliers and other stakeholders can also help you know how you are building your image in their eyes and if your products and services are being satisfactory to them or not. Every employee or every customer who is satisfied, it is less likely to spread the message of satisfaction in comparison to spreading a lot about the dissatisfaction about the product. So one satisfied customer will tell this satisfaction and refer your product or service to only 1 or 2 people, but one dissatisfied person will spread it among 10 and more. So that is why to control that replicative reactions from the customers, you need to provide the quality. So let us take the example of operations procedure where the set targets to produce number of units, if been achieved or not, can be monitored regularly. It is usually the daily production of number of units that is set or weekly. So week on week one has to monitor them and keep a control measure. What if those are missed? What if the targets are missed? So there should be a standard operating procedure which will suggest that what are the next steps to be done, and the managers and the upper authorities are to be informed immediately. So here your communication is also playing an important role, because through that channel only one is coming to know what are the feedbacks. Some are qualitative aspects, some are quantitative aspects to control and evaluate. To control the qualitative aspects is easier than to control the it is easy to control the quantitative aspects instead controlling the qualitative aspects. So qualitative aspects are often difficult to be traced, and that is why your channel to reach your customer has to be strong enough so that it will bring back the exact feedback of the customers. And also the market trend that is going on has to be informed to you so that the adjusted corrective measures can be taken by the company to improvise its products and services. So friends, this is about the evaluation and selecting such techniques and control techniques used for the strategic implementation. So every company who plans the strategies must implement and evaluate these strategies. For evaluation, it already has some set of standards and measures. Those have to be practiced. Friends, how a company will know which technique has to be selected to measure? So it will depend upon the industry to industry, type of nature of the operations, and also the nature of the business, whether it is manufacturing industry or it is a service industry, because service industry has its own challenges to know about how the customer is being served and if he is or she is aware enough to provide us the exact feedback. In case of FMCG products or daily needs products, it is the retailer who is in the direct contact with the customer, and in very casual talks the customer can convey the message about the satisfaction or dissatisfaction for any product. Especially in the cases of new product launch, these customers play a very important role, and the channel of the retailer and the communication between the retailer and the customer also provides you a very strong source to record the experiences of the customers. Nowadays, with the help of the technologies, it becomes very easy for the seller to record the customer's feedback at the point of sale also. So sometimes even asking a single question and giving them the kiosk where they can record their experiences about the product can be done. The customers can come up with the suggestions, and those can be recorded and forwarded up to the marketing and designing department, where they will segregate all this data and take the corrective actions with the help of upper authorities. So friends, this is how the strategies go on. In the next lecture, we will also discuss in detail what are the control measures that are responsible to make these strategies work effectively. So friends, unless and until I bring you the next management lesson, keep watching and keep learning.